storm's definitely rolling in. Looks like it's gonna be a rough one. You need a hand with anything out there?
Nah, I can take care of this. What are you gonna do? I hear it. I'm pretty beat too, honestly. I'll probably conk out after I finish up with the boat. Well, I better get my shit together here before it lets loose on us. My guess is it's gonna last all night. Maybe longer. Can't talk now. Gotta get the boat cleaned up and tied down before the storm hits.
Isabel, everything cool?
I suppose. The storm is most inconvenient. The timing couldn't be worse. We were making excellent headway on the project, and now we have to put it all on hold to prep the facility before it hits. Currently, the Institute has been insisting we further research the local mollusks and sea snails in the area. Not terribly exciting on its own, I'll grant, but recent developments have been promising. That's all I can say at the moment. Look, I don't mean to brush you off or anything, but I need to focus on getting some things in order. I'll speak to you later, okay?
Hey Steve, what's a good word?
Not a whole lot. But no news is good news, right? Heck of a storm brewing out there, ain't it? So much for being the Sunshine State, huh? Well, what can you do? Should be a pretty heavy storm. The radar was showing a lot of red. We'll be fine though. The Institute keeps our preparations pretty thoroughly stocked. You should see if anyone else could use a hand with anything. We're all good here.
Sorry, Dean, I really need to focus right now.
Sup, jerk?
There you are. I was worried I wasn't going to meet my asshole quota for today. Have fun playing Aquaman this morning? Yeah, it kind of cropped up out of nowhere. I don't think this facility has ever been through a serious storm before. But hey, if it blows into the ocean, at least we all know how to swim, right? Hey, by the way, you heard the crew is meeting up in the rec room for the storm, right? I'll be the one getting drunk off my ass, so come have a beer with me later, okay? Can't wait until the party starts. I'm gonna drink shots through a snorkel!
Howdy, Chuckles.
Howdy yourself. Looks like we're in for a bit of a colorful weather, huh? You stoked for the party tonight? All work and no play makes Jack murder his family. Or maybe that was the sobriety. Or the ghost. Wait, what was that movie about again? No worries though, plenty of drink and a break with my coworkers makes me a happy guy. But yeah, this party's gonna be rad, man. Everyone I've talked to about this is pretty amped. Isabel seemed a little bummed, but I guess that's just because she'd rather spend the night with her sea snails. Hey, more alcohol for us, right?
Hey man, how's it looking?
Oh hey, Dean. Back from the dive already? Guess you heard we're in for some rain, huh? Huh, yeah, you got that right. Sean's been doing his rain dance ever since we checked the radar. You know this crew never misses a chance to cut out of work. Forecast says the main sail should be over us in about an hour or so. Guess we'll find out how built to last this place is. I'm not worried about it. Just gonna get my drink on with the rest of y'all and chill out till it's over. Maybe a lot of rain, but it's still just water. Nothing to get all excited about.
Man, I've been needing a break like tonight, so looking forward to it. This tropical storm couldn't have come at a better time.
Hey there, Irma. What's cracking? Everything all right? You seem kind of twitchy.
To be honest, I'm sorta wigging out a little. I've never been in a tropical storm before. I guess that sounds reasonable, but it's not just a storm. I just have this unnerving feeling, like something bad is about to happen. I can't explain it, like, there's the storm, but then, I don't know, this other feeling, like something isn't quite right. It's probably nothing. I'm sure I'll feel better once everyone's together in the rec room when it hits.
Isabel, can I bother you for a second?
What do you need? Thanks, but no thanks. Don't get me wrong, I like to have fun as much as the next person, but there are serious developments occurring with the project, and I wouldn't be very good at my job if I wasn't here to record them. Now, you'll have to excuse me, Dean. The project requires my undivided attention. Please, I don't mean to be rude, but I am running out of options. I need to get back to my work.
Hey Sean, come here a sec.
Hey buddy, what's up? Did I hear any screaming? Of course I did, it's a party, man! Everyone's screaming! Look, I'm screaming! Ah! Hey, never mind all that. How about you kick back and relax, huh? I remember, we're getting paid for this. Seriously, the Institute is paying us to live out here while we perform our research. But because of the storm we can't. So we get to party instead. Ergo, we are getting paid to party. How can you go wrong with that?
Hello, Uma. How are you holding up?
What, because of the storm? I'm doing surprisingly well. Yeah, you know I was pretty worried before, but I guess it's not that bad. Maybe it's the name Tropical Storm. Just sounds so official, you know? Anyway, now that it's actually here, it doesn't seem so bad. But I gotta say, this has turned out pretty nice. Not often we're working and having downtime are one and the same. I'm having a pretty good time. You look a little down, Dean. Go grab a drink and relax a little. You've earned it. We all have.
Hey Tommy, can I bend your ear for a moment?
You want to talk? Sure. How you doing, man? I'm certain things will be fine. Things usually work out. You ever realize that? It's like people always worry about things, and the things they worry about almost never happen. Anywho, sure beats work, am I right? You seem worried, Dean. Try to relax. Plenty of time to get serious later.
Hey Rebecca, I have to ask you something.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Boo! Party foul!
drinks aren't for counting, they're for drinking. Come on, what are you waiting for? Grab a drink and join the fun. What, are you nervous about the storm? Cut loose, man, it's a party.
Steve, you got a minute?
Oh, hey Dean. I was beginning to wonder if you were going to sleep right through the party. Say, you don't look very good. Are you sick or something? Yeah, I had a feeling. Look, I have these antibiotics. Should help fight back the ill feelings. Go ahead and take them. Look, why don't you try to enjoy the party? It's not every day the Institute signs our checks to kick back and relax. The storm's really whipping out there. Much better to stay inside.
Hey, let me ask you something. You didn't happen to hear someone scream a bit earlier, did you?
Scream? Where did you hear a scream?
Well, I'm not entirely sure if it was a scream. I was asleep when I thought I heard it, but it kind of sounded like it came from towards the equipment storage.
Okay, listen close, man. I need to talk to you, but not here. Meet me in the security room. Don't tell anyone, and come alone. You got me?
Trevor, you're kind of freaking me out a little. What's wrong? What are you...
Not here. You walk out first and head over to the security room. I'll meet you there. What are you waiting for, man? Get to the security room. Hurry.
Not hurting nobody but my body with these drugs and this bulls are rubbing up against a smooth skin. Every young, beautiful new friend I was introduced to win. I went to get the coke, some new James friend. Same with big tits and matching hip, acting sweet, and she looking damn good. Sitting in the back of the seat, smashing with me, passing the weed. My homies following behind and up the side.
Okay, I'm here. Now what's this all about?
Okay, listen. This is gonna seem weird. Crazy even. But after what I saw, I really don't know how else to describe it.
Jesus, Trevor, man, you look like you saw a ghost. What happened?
I think I know, but I don't want to say. Not until you've seen this first. Here, look. You see that monitor in there? Keep watching.
Where is this? Dive storage? Wait a minute, who is that? Good Lord, what the hell did we just see happen?
Somebody just got attacked by something. Who and by what isn't exactly clear, as you can see from the video feed. But whoever it was got back up and shook it off like it was nothing.
Yeah, then it looks like they changed clothes and just left. You don't think whoever it was is still in the rec room with the others, do you?
I don't think we can rule it out just yet. And just so I know we're on the same page, you agree that was what it looked like, right? I mean, we both just saw what looked like some kind of animal attack somebody, and then that somebody getting up and leaving like nothing happened, right?
I saw it, but I'm not sure I believe it.
That's gonna have to be good enough, I guess. Here, take this.
Wait, you're giving me your gun? Why?
Don't worry. I keep a spare and some ammo in the security locker. I need you to have this, because you're the only one I can be sure is human right now. I could tell when you asked about the screams you heard in the rec room earlier.
What do you mean, is human?
I mean, between what you witnessed and what we just saw on the security monitors, somebody out there isn't who they say they are.
You're telling me that someone in this facility isn't really a person?
I don't think whoever was attacked is even alive anymore, Dean. Whatever that fucking thing was is now running around, pretending to be human, and nobody but you and me have any idea.
Holy shit. What if there's more of these things? If that's what we're dealing with, then how are we supposed to know which one of us is really human?
I don't have an answer for that yet. For now, keep that gun on you and look around for clues. Probably start in dive storage. Maybe you can find something we missed in the video.
This is nuts, Trevor. How can we be sure about this? I mean, fuck me, what if we're wrong? We'd be talking about taking innocent lives here.
But what if we're right? You know we can't take that risk. Look, I need you on this one. Right now, it's you and me who got to protect the rest of our crew out there. We can't let word get around until we know for sure what we're dealing with. I'll head back to the rec room and cover for you. Find out whatever you can. And remember, not a word of this to anyone until we know who it was on that tape. Good luck.
A shredded and bloody wetsuit. Who did I see wearing a wetsuit with this pattern earlier?
I'm only doing just what I love to do. Sex and dimes, rolling cool, which can fucking off a buddy brew. Check it, I'm only doing just what I love to do. Sex and dimes, rolling cool, which can fucking off a buddy brew. I'm only doing what I love to do. Not hurting nobody but my body with these drugs and this bulls are rubbing up against a smooth skin and beyond beautiful new
Hey, you
friend.
ready for this? I pull this trigger, one of two things is gonna happen.
The way I see it, we don't have much of a choice. Just be sure before you go popping off shots on me. Your guess. I don't mean to get you double thinking your hypothesis and all. But you blast him and you're wrong, that's blood on your hands. It's a tough call, man. I'm glad I'm the one who's making it. Don't think I'd be able to make the game when you're about to roll. What are you waiting for, man? Blast on that imposter and let's be done with this already. Just make sure you don't hit no one you don't suspect on that.
Sex and dimes, rolling cool, it's getting fucking off a buddy brew. I'm only doing what I love to do. Not hurting nobody but my body with these drugs and these bulls are rubbing up against a smooth skin and beyond beautiful new friend I was introduced to win. I went to get the cup, some new lieutenant's friend. Same with big tits and matching hip, acting sweet, and she looking damn good, sitting in the passenger seat. Smash you with
Rebecca, are you hurt?
I'm okay, thanks to you. How did you know that thing wasn't human? It looked like the real deal as far as I could tell. Well, it's good to know you didn't just start blowing people's heads off with no reasoning behind it. I'm scared, Dean. I feel like any one of us could be next. And if I can't tell the difference between one of our coworkers and some kind of monster pretending to be one of us, how are we supposed to get through this? I'm terrified to be left alone, but now, almost equally terrified of being in a group. I don't know what to do!
Did it get to you? It didn't touch you, did it?
No, I saw it coming and I ducked as it passed me. I just knew something horrible was about to happen. Where did it come from? What was that thing? Do you think it's some kind of new species? Some kind of parasite like cordyceps or something? Maybe even something not of this world? I should have followed my instinct. Even before signing up for this, I had bad feelings. I am getting another feeling though. Like a light in the dark. I can't describe it. Something to do with a microscope. I don't know why. But I just close my eyes and I keep seeing a microscope. Like a light in the darkness.
Are you hurt? Did it get a hold of you at all?
If you're asking if I'm really human, you can relax. Give it to me straight, Dean. What do you know about all this? Yeah, I understand. Just think it's kinda shitty to scare a guy half to death, then question whether or not he's in on the gag. At any rate, things aren't looking too good for us right now. We'll all need to stay vigilant. Might be a good idea if we all stay far away from each other. Then again, maybe that's the last thing we want to do. This is really messed up. Any one of us could be hiding a creature inside ourselves. What do we do?
So now you see what we're up against here.
I see it, but I can't quite put it into words. What just happened here, Dean? What was that thing? You two knew about this? Well, I suppose you did the right thing by exposing it first. I doubt anyone would have believed your story had they not seen it with their own eyes. My nerves are still all shot up. Keep trying to calm myself, but the way it just appeared like that. Good Lord. I could have sworn it was human.
Well, I'd say that went as well as could be expected.
You think? Man, it got away up through the ceiling panels. Who knows where it could be right now? Shit, if bullets don't kill this thing, what the fuck kind of options does that leave us with? No one could have guessed it was gonna sprout some nasty crab-looking shit and spider waltz around the room, man. I was not even a little prepared for that. Okay, look, forget all that for right now. We need to think of what our next move is. Maybe something in the lab could... Oh, fuck! Isabel's in the lab all by herself. She has no idea what just happened here. I'll keep an eye on things here. You need to get to Isabel before that shifty bastard assimilates her, too.
We need to find a solution to this. Quickly. Maybe Isabel will know what to do. Oh no. That's right. She's been in the lab this entire time. Someone should check on her before the beast strikes again.
Isabel, we need to talk.
This had better be an emergency.
We have a very serious problem. I don't know if you're willing to believe this, but a member of the crew was killed by some kind of creature. The creature then went on to disguise itself as human.
Son of a bitch! I knew it. I mean, I had a feeling. I figured it couldn't have gotten too far. Allow me to explain. You see, the project we've been focusing on recently, it started out with mollusks and sea snails, until we discovered what we thought initially was a completely new species. A small green slug with yellow spotted patterns along its sides. Nothing about it seemed particularly noteworthy until one day, we discovered its more fascinating attributes. Shape-shifting.
You gotta be shitting me right now.
No, I'm quite serious. We placed the specimen in a terrarium alongside other species. We were shocked to find as the amount of new species would seem to disappear, more of the more common species would proportionally be present. We found that...
No, not the fact that it can shapeshift. I mean, you can't possibly mean to tell me that thing that's out there picking off the crew is some aquatic slug. I've seen it on video, partially at least, and I can tell you it was no slug. This thing had legs.
That's what I was getting to. We found that not only could it mimic other species at a cellular level, but in ingesting other organisms, it seemed to rapidly evolve. In many cases, acquiring attributes derivative of its prey.
So you're saying this little sea slug can mimic its way up the food chain and become just like whatever it eats?
I'm saying it doesn't end there. Just because it consumes an organism doesn't mean it's restricted to just taking the same form and aping its skill set. The creatures have demonstrated the capability to reassign organic matter into completely different new tissue. If left to its own devices, we found that they could produce rudimentary venom sacs, crude wings have formed, acidic saliva glands, and even initial cranial telemetric systems. We've witnessed these things move things without touching them.
Oh, fuck me. Now you're telling me these things are telepathic?
No, I'm saying they could be if the conditions were met and the evolutionary demand was concentrated enough. Essentially, they're the perfect adaptive organic machines.
Oh my god.
Not God, Dean. Science.
Yeah? Well, one of your little science experiments is running amok and taking people's lives.
Relax. There are procedures in place for this kind of situation. The Institute can fly a containment squad out here by daybreak. The storm complicates things, but I'm sure they can manage for a high-level emergency like this.
Are you hearing me right now? At least one of these things is out there right now, killing people and posing in their skins as replacements. Right now, we have no way of telling who's really human.
Yes, we do. I can run a test that will prove definitively among us who is genuinely human, but I'm going to need samples of everyone's blood. Here, take these empty needles. Collect a sample from all the remaining crew members and bring them back to me. But hurry. If we wait too long, all the cells will have already assimilated and we will have missed our chance. If we examine everyone's blood quickly, we can spot the predatory cells still in the act of fusing with the host's native blood cells. That's how we'll find out who's really one of us.
Sounds risky. I'd have to get pretty close to someone to extract their blood. But if this will prove definitively the identity of the creature, then it's worth the risk.
Just don't get too close. The creature's awareness is greater as it jumps from host to host. It'll learn your behaviors and adapt to it. That's what it does. Be careful. Remember, Dean, we need that blood as quickly as you can or the test will be ineffective. I'll contact the Institute and make them aware of our situation. Hurry.
Whoa! Damn it! Don't sneak up on me like that!
Sorry, I wasn't trying to.
What are you doing out here in a storm like this?
Everyone in the rec room is scared to be around each other, so they all scattered to different buildings. I came out here to try and talk some sense into them.
Ugh, you shouldn't be doing that, Trev. It's really not a smart idea to be out on your own right now.
You out here by yourself, too. At least I think you are. You ain't got any creepy crawlers Shawshanking their way through your guts telling you to kill me right now, right?
My guess is that if I did, I wouldn't be so inclined to tell you about it, would I?
Nah, I'd guess you wouldn't, so I suppose there ain't much point in asking. Been a while since you ran off to check on Isabel. Anything you want to cop to?
Actually, there is something. There's a helicopter being dispatched to come pick us up. Real pros, G-men I guess, you know the type. Top-level operatives who know how to clean up a mess like this.
Finally, some good news. So now what? We just hang tight till they get here?
Not quite. We can't risk taking someone back with us who might be infected with the creature. Isabel's got a blood test she's putting together, but I need to get a sample from everyone on deck so we can make sure we're all clean.
And this test is guaranteed? No chance of a false positive, is there?
You'd have to ask Isabel about that. All I know is that if I don't get the samples under the microscope as quick as possible, the blood from the creature is going to be impossible to distinguish from the blood of any of us.
Oh, hell, man. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Hurry up and get the samples before we run out of time and have to go back to the spray and pray technique.
That's what I came up here to do. Head inside the lab and wait with Isabel. When I get back with the samples, we'll find out if anyone's not on the up and up. Then we just have to make it until the chopper gets here. Listen, there's a test we can do to find out which one of us is really the shapeshifter, but I need to collect a blood sample from everyone to do it.
Blood sample? You mean with a needle, right?
That gonna be a problem, Tom?
No problems, just... hell, I guess I don't have a choice on this one. If I don't participate, I guess it doesn't point a good indication my way, does it?
It really doesn't. But look, Isabel's calling in some high-level specialists who are flying out here right now. It'll all be over soon. Our only concern right now is making sure we single out the creature before they get here.
I hope this works, man. When I saw that thing earlier, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it off my mind for a long time.
Easy there. I'm not here to hurt you. It's me, Dean.
I trust you. Kinda. What do you want?
Listen, Isabel knows a way to find out who's really human, but to do it, I need to take a sample of your blood. Just a small one. Then a helicopter will come and take us all away from here. Sound good?
A test? If it means I can stop cowering away and get off this rock, then yeah, you can have some of my blood. Look, I hate needles, so just do it quick, alright? Before I get second thoughts. Fuck that pinch. God, I hate needles. But you got what you needed, right? You can tell who's the monster now?
Relax, Uma. It's me, Dean. I'm human. Listen, I need something from you. I need to take a sample of your blood so we can run it under the microscope and make sure you're really you.
Like a blood test? Like my vision? The ones about the microscope?
Yeah, just like that. I only need a little. Will you comply? Or are you going to make me take it from you?
I suppose you have every right to want to figure out who's the monster. Okay, make it quick. I suck at needles, but I'm willing to give in to whatever it takes to figure this out.
Thanks. We should know the results soon. I think it'd be best if you just stay here until we know for sure, for everyone's safety.
Hurry up and test the blood. Show everyone what I already know. And be careful. No one is to be trusted.
Isabel's got a blood test that can tell us who's the creature and who's a human. There's also some kind of contingency squad flying in through the storm that's gonna wipe the place.
Thank God for all that, then. If they're sending in professionals, why the blood test?
I would think that would be obvious, Doctor. Squad or no squad, we're still bumping elbows with a homicidal shapeshifter, and I think we'd all breathe a little easier knowing who it was. Now hold out your arm, please.
Fair point. Alright then, have at it. I hope Isabel's test can finally put the matter to rest. I've never seen everyone so on edge. Not that I really blame them. This really is a nightmare. If it's okay, I'd like to be alone again for a while. Somehow I just feel safer that way, considering the circumstances and all.
You're not back to stick me again, right? I know getting torn apart by one of those things is beyond worse, but what can I say? I'm a pussy for needles.
All right, Trev, your turn. Just need a little sample of your blood and we can all know for a fact what you and I already know.
Okay, man. Just make it quick. Let's be done with all this.
Okay, you're just gonna feel a little pinch here.
Man, I've gotten shots before. Just do it already.
There, see? No big deal.
One day we're gonna look back on this and, well, not laugh, because I mean, people died, D. People died and they aren't coming back. Any one of us could be next, huh?
So this test of yours, can we fully count on it? Is there any chance of an error? Tell me now or consider the blood on your hands.
So long as you get the samples under the microscope before every single invasive predatory cell has fully assimilated, you'll notice an obvious difference.
And it better be obvious. Don't think you're in the clear just yet, Professor. As far as I'm concerned, we all need to pass the test like our life depends on it. Because it does.
I'd expect nothing less. Here, you'll be needing a sample of my blood as well. Alright, that should do it. Put it under the microscope and see for yourself. I'm human. You have all I can offer. Only the microscope can exonerate me now. You're looking for transparent cells with wriggling tendrils on all sides. Find that, and you'll find your monster.
Damn thing broke the microscope. Blood samples won't prove anything now. Any ideas?
Shit, not really, man. But to be completely honest, I don't feel 100% comfortable being around you or anyone else right now. I just want to be left alone until that government team arrives.
Those fuckers will probably try to lock it in some kind of cage and study it. We need to end this now, Trevor. That thing's been tearing through the crew one by one, and you would just let it go?
Look, man, I get it. I really get it. You're scared, I'm scared, we're all fucking scared. But help is on the way. We're researchers, man, not trained monster hunters. Let's just wait till the rescue shows up.
There might not be anyone left to rescue when they get here if we don't kill it now. Taking this thing out was your idea in the first place, and so far you've done next to nothing to see it through. You wait for the helicopter if you want. I'm finishing this. We no longer have a working microscope, and the creature is still running among the crew.
What? What happened to it?
No idea. I left to try to kill it after I gathered the blood samples, but when I returned it was destroyed. No one is to be trusted from this point.
Oh, that's heavy. Seems like we're up Shit's Creek all right. How long until the helicopter gets here?
Don't know that either. The specialists have a procedure for this kind of thing, but it won't really matter if we're all slaughtered before they get here.
We can't give up. Whoever the beast is posing as is going to try to blend in as if it were just as scared and clueless as the rest of us. We need to figure out some kind of method to single it out.
Well, the blood test won't work again. Someone sabotaged the microscope. I'll need to figure out another way to decipher the identity of the creature.
Do you think it was the beast who did it?
We can't rule it out. Frankly, it's the most logical option.
Look, if it helps, I keep a spear gun in my locker. Take this key down to dive storage and grab it if you want.
Thanks, this might actually help.
My locker is towards the right far end. Hope that spear gun can take it down.
Something got to the microscope. We won't be able to tell the creature apart using samples anymore.
We might not have to. There has to be another way. I know this might sound crazy, but I've been known to see things sometimes. Like a glimpse into what might be.
You're talking about what? Some kind of ESP? Like clairvoyance or something?
Something like that. And right now, I'm seeing frost. I'm seeing several figures standing in a circle on a dark night, standing out in snow. They're all exhaling smoke like chimneys. All except for one.
You might be onto something, Uma. I'm not sure, but you might have just given me an idea.
I know it's hard to trust anyone under the circumstances. I would guess even the creature might try to be helpful so as to lead you into letting your guard down. Be wary, Dean.
Somebody sabotaged the microscope in the lab, so now the blood test is no longer an option.
You mean to tell me we have no definitive way of telling a human from an imitation? God help us.
That's exactly what I'm telling you. I'm trying to figure out another method, but we're running out of options. It would be best if you just stay away from everyone else for a while.
I should say so. Damn thing could be any one of us. Oh, I hope that helicopter arrives soon.
Just wait here. I'm going to try to figure this out.
When will we know when it's safe again? Will we know? How much longer until the helicopter arrives? I'd do anything to get off this bloomin' research base.
Dead? Looks like it. Wait a minute, I think I hear something outside. Could it be?
No news yet on just how widespread infection has become, but we have been told here at Channel 12 that attacks have spread rapidly.
Violence erupted across the downtown area tonight as people fleeing a coffee shop massacre were gunned down by military forces. Officials have claimed it was not known which of the individuals were actually human and which were creatures from another world.
Reports of massive fires across the city tonight as chaos continues to sweep the area. The entities now being referred to as creeps have overrun nearly every part of town, leaving survivors to wonder if this could be the dawning of the end of the human race as we know it.
Panic-fueled riots have overtaken several business districts in the area as the invasion continues. Suspicion is at an unprecedented level as townsfolk begin to fear their neighbors and loved ones of actually being one of the creatures.
Police aren't sure just how it began, but have been quoted as saying it is unlike anything they have ever encountered before.
Military forces were quickly overcome on the city's west side this evening as what has only been described as some kind of alien life form overtook the area, consuming those unlucky citizens in their path.
Mass evacuation attempts are being made as people flee the horde of unidentified creatures, infiltrating city homes and businesses, many being halted by military officials. The Pentagon has issued a tri-statewide quarantine in efforts to stop the spread of the epidemic, while rescue crews set up relief tents in designated hotspots along the perimeter of the infection zones.
Following behind and off the side, and then ride, getting stoned with that by now. As I lead the way, straight to the party house, in the tickets of cake, to blame me treat the flake, go make the party wild out like fools. The time is down to do just what you love to do.
I'm only doing just what I love to do. Sex and dimes, rolling cool, which can fuck you off a buddy crew. Check it, I'm only doing just what I love to do. Sex and dimes, rolling cool, which can fuck you off a buddy crew.
I'm only doing what I love to do, not hurting nobody but my body with these drugs and this bulls are rubbing up against a smooth skin.